What's up, I'm Troubleshoot. In this quick guide, I'll share how to complete Destroyed Barrier Stone of the Lake. This quest comes across in the Karonso Troll Alliance a little bit later on in the game, and for this we'll start off by speaking to someone, so I'll open up the map and get over here all the way to the southwest of Hernand. Once you get to this location, you'll be speaking to this person sitting right in the X, and after this conversation finishes, you're able to proceed into this area here. Just a quick note, before this video begins, you will need a cuckoo pot, so if you don't already have one, which is this item over here, it allows you to store items from in the physical world for later on use / special crafting, etc. You can get these cuckoo pots or craft them all the way over to the west of Hernand, right over here under the N, just next to the actual town of Hernand. Zooming in, over here is Grimnir, where you can craft a cuckoo pot should you not already have one. Anyways, if you open up your map, you'll see that there's multiple different spots that we need to get to. Hovering over these things, you'll see a couple of different options. The first one is restore the barrier stones 0 out of 4, and we'll need to collect these from below. So over here, the caves, well, excavation site, and ruins, as you can see down here. So there's nothing we can do at this northmost spot just yet. I'll mark this one, and we'll head across there. This one is 86 meters over there, so I'll just travel towards it. And running straight across here, you can see it's taken us straight to a well that we'll need to head down. Just make sure you start flying before you hit the bottom, so you don't take any damage. And down here, you can see seal the rock in the pot. If we hold tab, or whatever your axiom force key is, we can grab this block on the floor and then hit seal to store it in our cuckoo pot, where we can later summon it back into the real world. If you've done the puzzles before, you know exactly what we're doing here. Then we'll need to head back up to the top and across to the next one. This one over here to the east. The only way out of this cave is climbing up these vines over here, but if you don't want to do that, you can teleport to nearby teleporters. And after we've made our way out of the cave, let's proceed to the next one, which is down here to the southeast. This one should be just below this spot here. You can see there's a cave entrance here, which we'll head into, and heading towards the east, we can see exactly what we need to do in here, which is this thing in the center. We'll grab it and then seal it, removing it from here. Then we can head back out and head to the next location over here. This one takes us up towards this location here. We're running up into this little cliffside, as you can see. Coming through this crack on the right, there's nothing here. On the left is what we need. So over here, you'll see this blocking our way. Pull out your sword using control and left click to focus light, then control again to actually focus it, and we'll stand around a bit for the ivy to burn away. So there we go, the ivy's burned away, and now there's some bismuth here, which we'll need to enter focus, and then hold our focused force palm button, just the regular force palm, in order to aim it towards the glowy bit here. Let go as it's shining, and it'll bust away in here. You can also grab this ball that's left behind. You'll use this for crafting later on. Now, if you don't have that focused force palm skill, it'll be under skills on the green tree down here. And it's this one right here, the focused force palm. Now heading into this cave entrance here. On the inside, you'll see this chained down, and unfortunately, we're not able to grab it and seal it immediately. What you need to do is heavy attack, so using both left and right click the chains to break them away. Then you can grab it and seal it. Now we can head back out of here and go towards the last mark, which should be down here. Once again, we'll just follow the roads. Making our way all the way to the end of this road, it just leads into a cave over here, which we'll run up to the gate. Heading through this cave, on the inside, we'll see it. We can grab it, and we should be able to seal it immediately. Now that we've got all 4 pieces, we'll need to make our way back up north towards this, and we'll be back by this structure here. All we need to do now is grab the pieces out of our inventory and place them on their respective pillars. To do this, open your inventory, then locate the cuckoo pot, which looks like this. Use the use key once it's selected, and inside of here at the very bottom, should be sorted by date, you'll find 1, 2, 3, 4 pillars labeled as such. We'll start with number 1. Simply hit discard to drop it from your inventory and place it back into the real world. Sometimes it places on top of your head. That's not great. We'll grab this, and you can probably already tell where it goes. It belongs up here. So we'll just hover it into the right place, shake it around a bit until eventually there's leaves showing, where we can then force current it to push it into position. Otherwise, you'll need to climb up there and force palm straight down. Force current is a seriously useful skill. So skills, once again on the force tree down here, or spirit tree rather, you'll find force palm down over here, and it's definitely worthwhile grabbing for this. Then we can go ahead and drop the next piece into the world. so we'll do number 2 now. This piece we'll grab, and this one goes all the way on the far left side over here. So we'll push it into position right over here, shake it around a bit until it repositions itself, and then force current it into place, sealing it in. Then back to our inventory, we'll drop number 3 now. This piece then goes all the way to this left one over here. You can see it's sort of sheared off. When it glows like this, we'll force current it into place. And finally, you guessed it, number 4, dropping it into the real world. We can grab it and hover it over this last one right here, force current it into place, and there we go. We've successfully finished this puzzle. Now we can head into the center where we'll have a mini boss battle to do. This little glowing cube in front of you is something you can grab with the Axiom Force and pull, which should pull it out of the creature. Stunning it, you can whack it and do a ton of damage. It should be incredibly simple. Once it constructs, you can see exactly what we'll be grabbing. So immediately, as soon as you dodge the first attack, use the Axiom Force to reach out and grab its eye or whatever it's supposed to be. Just use pull, it should shake. Keep holding the pull key or button until eventually it pops out, and we can head towards it, smack it there, or on any other block really. You can do a massive amount of damage really quickly, especially if you're attacking the block with the glowy piece in it. Assuming you've got a pretty powerful sword, you can do it really easily, otherwise just pull it out once, maybe a second time, and with all of that stun time you should be able to do a massive amount of damage. Now, another cutscene, and with that, we're complete. So, hopefully you found this video useful. That was Barrier Stone of the Lake, as well as the mini-boss battle at the end of it. Heading towards the center over here, we can then grab our Abyss artifact and get on our way. Thank you for watching, mine has been Troubleshoot, and I'll see you all next time. Ciao.